The ocean floor, a graveyard of secrets. Shrouded in perpetual darkness, it holds the remnants of forgotten worlds, civilizations swallowed whole, their stories lost to time, but the deep remembers. We are drawn to these mysteries, the sunken cities whispering tales of grandeur and demise. What happened to these once thriving societies? What fate befell their people? The answers lie in the abyss, and sometimes the abyss gazes back. Legends speak of a city swallowed by the waves. A city that once stood proud and tall now lies in the depths of the ocean, shrouded in mystery and enigma. This city, known to the ancient mariners as Oceana, was said to have been a beacon of prosperity and innovation. A place known as Oceana, said to have flourished centuries ago. It was a marvel of its time, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of its people. The city was a bustling hub of activity, with markets, temples and homes all crafted with an unparalleled artistry. Its inhabitants, masters of the sea, built their homes from shimmering coral and pearls. These structures were not only beautiful but also functional, designed to withstand the pressures of the deep sea. The bioluminescent fish that swam around their homes added a magical glow to the underwater city, making it a sight to behold. They worshipped a deity known as the Coral King, offering him treasures from the deepest trenches. The Coral King was believed to be the protector of the city, a benevolent force that ensured their safety and prosperity. The altars and shrines dedicated to him were adorned with the most exquisite treasures, a testament to their devotion. But their prosperity was short-lived. The once thriving city began to show signs of decay. The structures that once stood firm began to crumble, and the vibrant life that once filled the city started to fade away. The people of Oceana were bewildered and frightened, unable to understand the cause of their misfortune. Whispers of a curse began to surface. The once clear waters around the city grew murky, and strange shadows began to appear. The people spoke of a darkness that had taken hold of their beloved city, a malevolent force that seemed to be growing stronger with each passing day. A darkness, they said, had seeped into the Coral King's heart, angered by their greed. The Coral King, once their protector, had become their tormentor. The treasures they had offered in devotion were now seen as symbols of their greed and hubris. The people of Oceana realized too late that they had angered the very deity they had sought to appease. The ocean, once their provider, turned against them. The waters that had once been calm and nurturing became turbulent and violent. The currents that had brought life to the city now threatened to tear it apart. The people of Oceana were powerless against the fury of the sea. The whispers grew louder, echoing through the ages, carried on the tides. The stories of Oceana's rise and fall were passed down through generations, a cautionary tale of hubris and the consequences of angering the gods. The echoes of their fate can still be heard in the depths of the ocean, a reminder of the city's tragic end, a warning from the deep. The tale of Oceana serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. It is a story that urges us to respect the forces of nature and to remember that even the mightiest can fall. The whispers from the deep continue to haunt the waters, a timeless warning to all who dare to listen. The night Oceana fell, the sea raged. Waves, taller than any ship, crashed upon the city walls. The ground trembled, the very foundations of their world shaken. The air crackled with an unnatural energy. The Coral King, they said, had unleashed his wrath. He pulled Oceana down, dragging it into the abyss. The city vanished beneath the waves, leaving behind only silence and swirling eddies. The once proud towers became tombs, the laughter of children, silenced by the crushing pressure. Oceana was no more. Centuries passed. The legend of Oceana faded, becoming nothing more than a sailor's yarn. But the ocean held its secrets close. The ruins of the city remained, a ghostly testament to the Coral King's fury. It was said that the Coral King's curse still lingered, that those who dared to disturb his resting place would face his wrath. Some dismissed it as superstition. Others knew better than to tempt fate. The ocean, after all, was a fickle mistress, and the Coral King a jealous god. Dr. Amelia Mason, a renowned marine archaeologist, scoffed at the legends. Armed with sonar equipment and a thirst for discovery, she led an expedition to find Oceana. Her team, a mixture of seasoned explorers and eager students, shared her ambition. Their ship, the Nautilus, cut through the waves, heading towards the coordinates mentioned in ancient nautical charts. The crew, a mix of excitement and apprehension, prepared to plunge into the unknown. They were about to awaken something ancient, something best left undisturbed. Section 6. Echoes of a Sunken World. The sonar pinged, revealing the outline of a city, Oceana. Once a thriving metropolis, it now lay hidden beneath the waves, a ghostly reminder of a time long past. The sonar's rhythmic beeps painted a picture of a world lost to the depths. As they descended in their submersible, the city materialized before them. The water grew darker, colder, and the pressure increased, but the team was undeterred. They had come too far to turn back now. The city of Oceana, shrouded in mystery and legend, was finally within their grasp. Towers reaching up from the seabed, streets paved with cobblestones, now carpeted in silt. These structures, once bustling with life, now stood silent and still, like sentinels guarding the secrets of the deep. The cobblestones, worn smooth by the passage of time, told stories of countless footsteps that once echoed through these streets. Fish swam through broken windows, their scales shimmering like scattered jewels. These aquatic inhabitants had made the ruins their home, weaving through the remnants of human civilization with an ease that belied the city's tragic fate. The fish, oblivious to the history around them, added a touch of life to the otherwise desolate scene. The silence was unnerving, broken only by the hiss of their oxygen supply. The weight of the water above pressed down on them, amplifying every sound. Each breath, each movement seemed magnified in the stillness. The team communicated in hushed tones, aware that they were intruding on a world that had been silent for centuries. The city felt eerily preserved, frozen in time. Buildings stood as they had on the day the waters claimed them, their facades untouched by the ravages of time. It was as if the city had been waiting patiently for someone to uncover its secrets. The preservation was so complete that it felt like stepping into a living memory. But as they ventured deeper, a sense of unease settled upon the team. They were not alone. Shadows flitted at the edges of their vision, and strange noises echoed through the water. The deeper they went, the more they felt the weight of unseen eyes upon them. It was as if the city itself was watching, waiting to reveal its final, darkest secret. The team pressed on, driven by curiosity and a sense of duty to uncover the truth of Oceana's fate. Section 7. The Horror Unveiled. As the divers descended into the depths, the once vibrant city now lay in ruins, a ghostly reminder of a forgotten past. The eerie silence was only broken by the sound of their own breathing, amplified in the oppressive underwater environment. The shadows seemed to move, twisting and contorting in the dim light. It was as if the darkness itself was alive, playing tricks on their minds. Every flicker of their headlamps revealed more of the unsettling scene, making their hearts race with a mix of fear and curiosity. Shapes flitted at the edge of their vision, gone before they could focus. These fleeting glimpses of movement kept them on edge, their senses heightened to every little change in their surroundings. The water seemed to pulse with an unseen energy, making them feel as though they were being watched. The water grew colder, a bone-chilling cold that seeped into their bones. It was an unnatural cold, one that seemed to carry with it the weight of countless lost souls. The divers could feel the temperature drop with every meter they descended, their bodies shivering uncontrollably despite their protective gear. Then, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the submersible. It was a sound that seemed to come from the very depths of the ocean, reverberating through the water and sending chills down their spines. The scream was filled with a pain and despair that was almost tangible, making them question their decision to explore this forsaken place. One of the students pointed, his face contorted in terror. His eyes were wide with fear and his hand trembled as he tried to draw attention to what he had seen. The other divers followed his gaze, their own expressions mirroring his as they tried to make sense of the horror unfolding before them. There, clinging to the side of a building, was a figure. It was barely visible in the dim light, but its presence was unmistakable. The figure seemed to be a part of the building itself, as if it had been there for centuries, waiting for someone to discover it, pale, emaciated, its eyes burning with an unnatural light. The figure's gaunt face and skeletal frame were a stark contrast to the vibrant life that once filled the city. Its eyes, glowing with an eerie light, seemed to pierce through the darkness, locking onto the divers with an intensity that made their blood run cold. The face of a drowned man. It was a face twisted in agony, frozen in a moment of eternal suffering. The divers could see the remnants of what was once a human being, now transformed into a haunting spectre of the deep. The sight was both mesmerizing and horrifying, a stark reminder of the dangers that lurked beneath the surface. Section 8. A desperate escape. Panic seized the crew. Amelia fought to regain control, but the situation spiraled. The figures, more of them now, began to pound on the submersible's hull. Their eyes, filled with rage and a chilling emptiness, bored into their souls. The submersible shuddered, warning lights flashing. They were trapped, at the mercy of whatever haunted this city. Amelia knew they had to escape, to break free from the Coral King's grasp. But how? Section 9. The Ocean's Grip. The submersible lurched violently. Amelia, thrown against the control panel, watched in horror as the figures tore at the hatch. Their cold, dead eyes met hers. Then, darkness. The ocean keeps its secrets. The legend of Oceana serves as a warning. Some depths are not meant to be explored. Some stories are best left untold. The ocean is a vast and unforgiving mistress, and sometimes she demands a terrible price.